bottom corner, so it's 1-1. But as it goes, it's flashing. City is flashing. So before I confirm what it's flashing, let me tell Kwalimwa what's going on in the other games that he wants to know. Sofapaka nil, Leopard nil, 61 minutes gone. Surely you have to beat Sofapaka. If you don't beat Sofapaka now, it's a crime scene. Chaukweli.
Crime scene, you had not believed me.
Yeah. It's bad. City Stars have beaten Sharks 3-1, Bandari 1, Talanta 1 is the full-time score. And in the early game that I didn't even notice that happened, Guardiola, Posta Rangers 3, Shapana 1. Not bad.
Interesting from the Bandari game. I'm just gathering that the goalkeeper scored exactly from a goal kick.
Ah,
wow.
Yeah.
That's the equalizer. I hope it was recorded.
Yes.
So from one end to the other end.
Yes, from his goal kick to the goal.
And the other goalkeeper should be explain to what was going on. Yeah.
Forensic.
Yeah. So that's the way that is going. So 1-1 at City of Manchester Stadium. Barcelona are losing after 56 minutes to Rayo Vallecano. And in case you like Champions League, Simba are leading ASEC Mimosa 1-0.
Oh, yeah.
See, I told you it confuses me. Is it Champions League? Is it Africa Football League?
It's Champions League.
Yeah, so now which one do we follow? Which one do we think? Do we give more weight to?
Football League is what you were talking about. You see that thing they're trying to try and spice it up.
Yeah, I know, but...
yeah, it was... But on a different note,
yes.
I don't know, maybe I know it's a segue. South African sports, there's something they're doing. Because Mamelodi Sundowns, the women's team, they won the Champions League. Mamelodi Sundowns won the African Football League. South Africa Springboks won the Rugby World Cup.
The ones that choked are the Proteas.
Yeah, the Proteas, of course, they dropped the ball.
They choked like they always choke.
Yeah. But there's something, I don't know. Is it just... I don't know. Is there something South Africa is doing right in general? Because even I think and then they also hosted the Netball World Cup, if I'm not wrong, for the women's.
I know for rugby, it's a case of proper investment.
Yes.
Because I think 4 of the top 10 rugby schools in the world are in SA.
Wow.
So the schooling of the rugby, the improvement of everything is really, really deep from a very early age. So I know that about rugby, and they're very heavily invested in rugby. Sundowns, of course, Mamelodi Sundowns, it helps when you have a proper sugar daddy. It always helps. It helps. Football in Africa, especially, you need a good sugar daddy who's willing to bankroll you. It's the
especially
secret.
One who deals with gold.
Yeah. You see, not just a sugar daddy, but yeah. So having a ownership that is capable, that has means, helps in Africa. So I think that has helped Sundowns. But take nothing away from it, because if you look at the rest of the South African football, it's interesting, you know. And we talk about South Africa. Go back home.
So back to default setting.
Yeah. So because for all they do, for some reason, their football hasn't moved the way it should.
Yes.
Not sure why.
Lack of talent.
You think so?
Yeah. They're not at that level. Whatever they do.
Really?
They're not, I look at of their players, the structure of their footballers, which footballers from...
You know, it's interesting. You've mentioned that. I've just remembered something. Our colleague Samuel Gesharira did a very interesting piece with Godfrey Walusimbi.
Yes.
And one of the key things that Walusimbi mentioned, of course, the key thing that stuck out was the fact that he felt a bit of xenophobia when he was there, playing for Kaizer Chiefs. He said that sometimes the way they play their football is they like a lot of flair, and it's something I've observed. So the flair will even be the key thing over and above even like the basics of scoring. So like you get a pass, you do something like you almost feel like you had put a beat.
Not to entertain the crowd.
Those my piano.
Yes.
I'm just being silly, but you get what I mean.
Yep.
It felt like you have to give when you're passing the ball, you have to do it in a certain way, in a certain style that captures the masses and they feel people cheer for you. All that theatrics and stuff like that. So I don't know. It's debatable. I know maybe that's just a singular episode. But
they like their flair. They South Africans like you said, they like rhythm and they like flair. They like it when you can do things with the ball. Look at all those adverts you see on SuperSport and see what they highlight. Those moves. Even when you watch Disky, their football show for what's happened in the league, they always have a segment where they show you those moves. So they do like that, which it's not bad. I mean, we all enjoy we all celebrate the Brazilians because of the samba. It's just that their national football team, for some reason, hasn't quite gotten to the heights where we all thought they would. And I hear you about talent, but it's the same country that gave us Radebe. It's the same country that gave us Benny McCarthy, gave us John Shoes Mashweu, gave us Dr. Kumalo.
Fact that you have to go back to 1998.
No, I'm talking about the more recently, Steve Pinar, for example. Pasitao, who has been more than good for Al Ahly. So I just wonder, what is it? What is it? Because of course the talent is not maybe as like I gave this example on Football Sunday, football I think last weekend when I said Nigeria, you just find a player who you don't know where he's from. Like now they have somebody called Boniface, and he is doing great things in the Bundesliga, but
who is he? Yeah.
So maybe you may not get that in Bafana, but still I think they should do better. They could achieve more. It's the way I feel. Like
I still feel they're not there yet. Of course, the 1996 squad was good. Won the trophy. 1988 got to the final. Benny McCarthy top scorer. After that, you really struggle to see what South African football has done. I know they had a good World Cup. Was it 98? They lost 2, but still had a good World Cup.
98 and 2002 as well.
I think the
2002 is the one they lost to Spain, I think.
Yes.
Spain, the 3-2.
Yes.
Or something. I can't remember. Yeah.
Thereafter, I think it's just been average, disappointment. And every time there's South African football to speak about, it's about something that went wrong other than the triumph. Because if you can't compare it with any other sport for that matter. And I'll just pick out, because even Mamelodi Sundown, if you go down and try and look through with a toothpick, most of the talents that are doing good are out of South Africa, coming in to do the job. The Dennis Onyangos of this world. I think up until the other day, there's that Zimbabwean forward. So I'll still put it down to talent. They might be okay, but they're not up there with the rest of the Moroccans, the Ghanaians, the Nigerians, and so forth.